Hi there, I am Leila Thomasone, love stylist and marriage alchemist. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, thank you for coming and joining me here today. I love to help women with their femininity in relationships. And today I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about Kim and Kanye and what's going on with them. I don't usually follow celebrities too closely, but of course it's a little bit difficult to not hear what's going on with Kim and Kanye. They're really good at getting attention. And I heard as part of Kanye's transformation and becoming religious and spiritual that Kanye tweeted, and I could have this wrong, I think it was a tweet that he said that it hurts him when his wife dresses too sexy. And of course we all know Kim dresses very, very sexy, and that's part of that's a huge part of her brand, her personal image, right? And so one take I heard on this was that, Kanye shouldn't be expecting her to come along the same way as he is during his transformation, and that she was who she was when they got married, and he shouldn't expect her to just change. And what I wanted to say about it, and apparently Kim got upset that, he was criticizing her outfit at the last minute and that kind of thing. And I have to say, my take on it is that it really struck my heart what he said. It really touched me, because I can see how that would hurt a husband to feel like his wife is being too sexy for other men. And of course, there's the other side of the coin is that men feel proud when they get to show off their sexy wife and have the world see how beautiful their prize is, but only to a point, right? To a certain extent. So at first on hearing this, I was very sympathetic to Kanye, but thinking about it, really, should he have been saying this publicly? And of course, I don't have all the details, and I don't know what's happening in their marriage, really. And I'm sure that there's a certain level of, drama and just the fact that they live their lives in front of everyone. So there's some of that. I wouldn't put a ton of stock in it, but I just wanted to give my take on that kind of conversation and that communication. And that even though it would make sense for a man to feel that way about his wife, that it's probably out of line for him to say that publicly instead of talking to her. Really, wouldn't that be something that you would talk to your spouse about in private? I mean, her looking sexy and the way she dresses, that's a really private conversation to have, even though they are public people. But if you want to change something about your spouse or something that they do hurts you, that is really not dirty laundry that you want to be airing in public. So although I am sympathetic that he would feel that way about his wife dressing sexy, I would also see an issue with him saying that to the world instead of saying that to her privately, if that makes sense. So, so that's my take on it. I would encourage husbands and wives to keep their criticisms of each other private. Men especially, I think, really, I can't say wives really love to be criticized in public, but between the two, I would think that it's even more of an affront for a man to be criticized by his wife in public. That's really, respect is huge for men, that really equals love in their book. So where women, it's important to feel safe and cherished and protected, but respect is a little bit lower down on the list. But for men, that is number one. So anything that seems to appear to undermine his image in, to the outside world, or the way that you see him, the way the outside world sees your vision of your husband, that should be super, super clean, right? That should be totally positive, and never complain about your husband in public. Certainly be careful who you confide in when you have a complaint about your husband. So that's something along the lines of what I would be teaching to my clients, my relationship coaching clients who may be married, or they may be dating and courting and on their way to marriage. Because, typically I am coaching women, and so I do encourage them very, very much to understand how important respect is to their husbands. So I would say if I was coaching Kim, although Kanye maybe started off on the wrong foot and was out of line going out in public with his criticism of her, that is certainly not going to help right that wrong by duplicating the mistake and multiplying the mistake by criticizing him in return in public. So and that's part of coaching that I really love, is that I typically only speak with one side of the married couple, and that we focus on just improving that one person. That typically can do a lot more for a relationship, for a marriage, than marriage counseling. By having both people in the room, you're really opening up for a lot of hurt feelings and blaming. Whereas when you just work with one person, you only talk to them about what they can do to help the relationship, then that's very different than trying to distribute the responsibility, right? Because people end up thinking, oh, I shouldn't, he was wrong. I shouldn't have to change this, or there's resentment, because he didn't change as much as I did. I'm putting more work in to the relationship, that kind of thing. But when you're focused on just improving yourself and your own happiness, that goes further than you would ever believe, than you would ever imagine. It really is transformative to a marriage, to a relationship, for just one partner to improve their own self-development, their own happiness. Really, really priceless. So that would be my advice for Kim and Kanye. I typically focus on the wife side of the couple and on keeping your complaints to yourself, making your statements about your partner very, very positive, just at all costs. Like, just don't ever go negative when you're talking about your spouse to other people. And just focus on your own happiness. That will do more for your relationship than almost anything else can, whether it's how you dress, whether it's how much time you spend on Twitter, whether you going to the party together, or going on vacation together, or spending time apart, or doing a reality TV show together. My husband, he just took a job that takes him out of town a lot of the month, and it's pretty difficult, but I'm not sitting here thinking about how difficult it is. I miss him. But as long as we're both pursuing what makes us happy and sharing that happiness together, that is really the most important thing that's going to keep our marriage happy and healthy and strong. And we do have our time together to share. Obviously, technology is very, very helpful. So, use it wisely. Don't use technology to bash your spouse. That will definitely take its toll on the marriage. So, like I said, I'm Leila Thomasone, and this is my channel. I teach the princess treatment method of how to really be the royalty and have the fairy tale love affair that you always dreamt up of as a little girl, whether you're single and dating or you're married. That's what I focus and teach. So please like, share, subscribe, turn on those notifications, give me a comment, and you can see in the description box my website, my Facebook group, Limitless Ladies. That's free to join. And I will see you around. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. Bye.